Hello and welcome to this special coverage in which we will celebrate with all of you the very special occasion of Eid al-Fitr. We have a lot lined up for you as we celebrate the blessed Eid al-Fitr, marking the end of the holy month of Ramadan. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
إنها البحرين تزخر بالهمم، قادها المنصور مصباح القيم، قادها نحو العلا في فترة بقياس الوقت مرت كالسهم.
إنها البحرين تزخر بالهمم، قادها المنصور مصباح القيم، قادها نحو العلا في فترة بقياس الوقت مرت السهم.
وتلاقى شرقها في غربها، فرح يشدو على حلو النغم، سورها ميثاقها دستورها، لامع عنوانها بين الأمم. وتلاقى شرقها في غربها، فرح يشدو على حلو النغم، سورها ميثاقها دستورها، لامع عنوانها بين الأمم.
إنها البحرين تزخر بالهمم،
إنها البحرين
قادها المنصور مصباح القيم، قادها نحو العلا في فترة
بقياس الوقت
مرت كالسهم.
وحدة الشعب على ميثاقه، صرخة دوت بها عالي القمم. يا بلادي أبشري واستبشري بملك همه الخير العمم. وحدة الشعب على ميثاقه، صرخة دوت بها عالي القمم. يا بلادي أبشري واستبشري بملك همه الخير العمم.
إنها البحرين تزخر بالهمم، قادها المنصور مصباح القيم، قادها نحو العلا في فترة بقياس الوقت مرت كالسهم.
إنها البحرين تزخر بالهمم، قادها المنصور مصباح القيم، قادها نحو العلا في فترة بقياس الوقت مرت كالسهم. إنها البحرين تزخر بالهمم، قادها المنصور مصباح القيم، قادها نحو العلا في فترة بقياس الوقت مرت كالسهم.
إنها البحرين تزخر بالهمم،
إنها البحرين
قادها المنصور مصباح القيم، قادها نحو العلا في فترة بقياس الوقت مرت كالسهم.
Welcome back. Since its establishment, the Royal Humanitarian Foundation has been drawing smiles on the faces of orphans, helping widows, providing relief to those in need, and being the kingdom's leading provider of good on both local and international levels. To know more about the Royal Humanitarian Foundation's keen interest to ensure the Bahraini community's best interest during the occasion of Eid al-Fitr during the current health circumstances, we are pleased to be joined on the phone by the RHF Secretary General, Dr. Mustafa Sayed. Welcome, Dr. Mustafa Sayed, to this special coverage. First, we would like to wish you happy and blessed Eid, and it is always an honor to have you.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm so happy to talk to you, in particular because we had a lot of useful work done together during the start of the pandemic, and how helpful you were in energizing and galvanizing the community to come around the leadership for a philanthropic cause. And I take the opportunity to thank the leadership, His Majesty the King, for the support he gave to us during the corona virus problem, with billions of dollars to energize the economy of Bahrain. I give recognition to His Royal Highness, Prince Salman, the Crown Prince, Prime Minister, for his leadership during that time and till now, for providing leadership and safety, protection of the people from management, material, staff, the seriousness of the level of work. And then came our role, which is the subject of this talk, the role of philanthropy and the Royal Charity Organization or Royal Humanitarian Foundation, and the role of the people of Bahrain around a very important cause. As you know, the Royal Humanitarian Foundation was established in 2001. Since then, it takes on bigger and bigger challenges, maintaining its main objectives of providing essentially salaries, social help to the widows and orphans in a civilized, organized manner, with showing respect and dignity, helping in medical and educational matters, and giving even psychological support when needed, helping both in and out of Bahrain. But this was all crowned by the success of Fina Khair, which is also you're part of. And if you like, I can elaborate on that.
Yes, of course. Dr. Mustafa Sayed, of course, I truly value your words. And of course, the Fina Khair campaign, as you said, was a successful initiative. We can talk about that, and if you can tell us how you value that and what the support programs were implemented as well during the pandemic.
Thank you for the good question. The value is enormous in terms of gaining the trust of the people of Bahrain. I'm talking as a leadership from all levels, that it was a mutual trust between the people of Bahrain and the leadership, where everybody knew when they donate every dinar, it goes for a right cause. And philanthropy that night, that day that we were working so hard a year ago, really now something that Bahrain is proud of. We managed to glorify this human trait up to its best, which has become a lesson for universities, a lesson for schools, and people are studying Bahrain's experience, and there are well-written papers. Dr. Taj Al-Ali, Dr. Adil from Ahli University, from Bahrain University, and other students are studying this phenomena, how in a short time the people of Bahrain joined hands and saved $100 million, which is a record for a country with limited resources. That was done successfully, and its benefit will go on for years to come. We have a blueprint of philanthropy procedure which people can use as we face any further challenge. The way we spent it was also done in a very organized way, needed a lot of hard work around the clock. I'm not talking about getting medicine to the elderly people and food to their homes. I'm not talking about calling about 4,000 families and asking about them. Just a simple question. How are you coping with the corona situation? Just a question was enough to give these people a comfort that there are people who care about them. But even we look at other tangible items, Sarah, like the amount that we saved helped us to spend 3.5 million dinars support to very needy people. Also, we allocated 2.5 million dinars for students to buy laptops. We provided further 2 million for needy people. Provided 600,000 to produce masks. This is a double advantage because number one, we give masks to hospital, to army, to schools, to workers. But the best part about this, which was done in a volunteer way by the productive families, that they did it without asking for a penny at the beginning, without first. We needed that. There was shortage in the market at the beginning when there was a partial lockdown. And now we have about 250 Bahraini families who are producing round the clock these masks, which are put to good use. Also, we spent 4 million on foreign workers. This is international praise that the workers who help us in Bahrain, we take care of them during the need, during difficult times. Coincided with Ramadan last year, and Ramadan, mosques used to provide food for the workers who are here without their families. But as you noticed, there were queues, long queues in different parts of Bahrain with young people, sponsored by Mina Khair, providing hot meal for them. And we continued that for 3 months. Also, there were people who were in prison for petty things, but according to the law, we provided 330,000 dinar to help them. And the support continues, but there are other sustainable development projects as part of Mina Khair. For example, people are now studying from distance. In addition to providing the laptops, we have made a study and now working in improving the systems and equipment for teaching from distance, which includes improving the curriculums and the books to suit the modern way of teaching. But I think the best compliment that we received in Fina Khair was from His Majesty the King. As you know, Sarah, part of the allocation of fund was for building a laboratory to study infectious disease and similar, bacterial diseases, which is very important. When the king heard about it, he was so moved that he decided to build a major hospital for treatment of these infectious disease for a budget of 55 million dinars. How wonderful to see the leadership of Bahrain cooperates with the community, telling them, you responded well to our call to help, and you did. We're proud of you. But if you are generous, we will reward you double that amount.
That's amazing.
So if we saved 73 million dinars, the king almost doubles it. This is amazing story that gives confidence to the people of Bahrain to have a trust in the leadership symbolized by, of course, by His Majesty the King, supported by the Crown Prince and leadership, Sheikh Nasser. So the story of Bahrain is one of joy. And if you remember those days when we were working hard around the clock till midnight, galvanizing people to help, it was like carnival despite the agony and the fear and the uncertainty. But the mood of Bahraini people was amazing. And I will not forget to thank the expatriate community in Bahrain, because we allocated one Friday and we saved about 3 million dinars, which is a lot of money. And we thank them for being part of the Bahrain community.
Of course, Dr. Mustafa Sayed, it was really amazing and heartwarming to hear about all those initiatives, and indeed they were good days, and the Bahraini citizens and residents, of course, were really helpful, and everyone was working together through the same goal, which is to try to get over the situation. Dr. Mustafa, through utilizing modern technology and online services, the Royal Humanitarian Foundation has facilitated ways of donation for those contributors who support its humanitarian initiative and welfare programs. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, I think this is a very, very important question and very timely question and very relevant, because we are intensifying our efforts to use modern technology for the benefit of the orphans, widows, and needy people of Bahrain. And people by nature are good in heart, and what they need is someone to facilitate for them an easy way to donate. And our philosophy, based on His Highness Sheikh Nasser's slogan, every dinar counts. So please allow me to elaborate on this aspect, because I have to make sure I don't make mistake of the names of the people who work online and virtual. So I'll try to be as accurate as possible, but it's a very important question. I say the modern technology has made a quantum leap, big jump forward, especially in many fields, and also in the donations and fundraising field. It made it easier for the donors to donate and for us as a humanitarian foundation to reach the donors wherever they are. At first, we started using official website of the RHF Royal Foundation to announce our projects and collect donations. People found it easy to donate through the website without any direct contact with the employees, which made the donation process highly confidential, but also efficient. Then we had a cooperation with Sadat. And as I mentioned, these companies, it's not for bragging about them, but to show recognition because they are doing amazing work. Then we had a cooperation with Sadat company, and we became accessible for donation through Sadat kiosks all over Bahrain. This is wonderful culture. After that, we were a part of the big shift that Benefit Company made in the Bahraini community by launching Benefit Pay application. And people started donation to all of our projects through the application, anytime, from anywhere, any place. It was easy. And recently, we were added to Elabank, B-Wallet, and Sadat mobile applications. And the clients of those companies made the opportunity to donate to the Royal Foundation in seconds. In addition to that, people in Bahrain can now donate to the charity, our charity, while ordering their favorite food from Talabat. And there is no better time to think, to help people when you are thinking about your food and your stomach. And these people can donate by using their credit. Also, there are people who use credit cards from Credimax. For every swipe, Credimax will donate a pulse to the Royal Foundation. And that becomes to tens of thousands a year from a pulse, from a swipe of a card. So you can be sure, dear Sarah, that we are putting technology into maximum use. But that will not work without two things. The people of Bahrain, both residents and national, and also their understanding that their money will go to the right cause. I always say in Royal Foundation, I say to my team, we don't have gold, we don't have aluminium, we don't have oil, we don't have petrochemical to sell. We only have our trust that people can use. I say if we can be trustworthy and if we can deliver what people want to the right people without discrimination for color, for religion, for sect, between town and a village, whole people of Bahrain, treat them equally and fairly as if they are children of the orphan children of His Majesty the King, then we will gain the respect of people. And I assure you, Sarah, that we are on the right track. And this has led, the good work of Bahraini people has led Royal Charity Organization recently won Prince Fahad Award as the best organization for philanthropy in the humanitarian work in the Arab world. We won several other rewards also for social responsibility, but I think that was a latest a few weeks ago. So I'm glad for your question because this field of generating revenue is so important to the orphans because every dinar counts. And I want the Bahrain community to know that the little that they donate multiplies a lot.
That's right, Dr. Mustafa. And thank you very much for making it easy for people to donate anytime, anywhere. It truly makes a big difference because Bahrainis, all residents and nationals are of course very eager to help in any way possible. Thank you very much, Dr. Mustafa Sayed, the Royal Humanitarian Foundation Secretary General, for being with us today. And we are sure that the foundation will continue exerting its tremendous efforts in the path of providing the Bahraini society with the best interests. We will be right back.
الخضراء والمواقف غبية
معالق الأمجاد بشكوخ الأفعال
من صادق قلوب الشعب غنى الوطن باسمه حمدنا نبراس العزوم الوفية يلا يا حمد حمدنا
نبرس العزوم
العزوم الوفية.
Welcome back. As we have mentioned earlier, that the current health circumstances did not stop the humanitarian, voluntary and charity work here in Bahrain, which continued to develop and spread happiness among all members of the society. Smile Initiative, which was established before more than 12 years by Bahrain Future Society for Youth, is one of the leading voluntary institutions as it provides psychosocial support to children with cancer and their parents here in the kingdom. To talk more about the initiative, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by the Executive Secretary at Bahrain Future Society for Youth and the Coordinator of Smile Initiative, Ms. Fatma Shahab. Ms. Fatma, welcome, and we are very happy to have you here with us today.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here with you, and we really appreciate this.
Thank you very much. Ms. Fatma, can you give us and our dear viewers an idea about the establishment of a Smile Initiative and its development?
Of course. Actually, Smile has started in 2012, and it was the main goal for Smile was to be a social supporter for the cancer kids and their parents. Also, to be as much as we can involved in their lives. It's not just to be there while they in the hospital. No, we continue participating in their lives even when they go home.
And what are the current and past projects that you have in Smile Initiative?
Actually, Smile has started with 4 main projects, and still we are working on it to develop it and to make it more enhanced to be more effective for the kids. So our main projects is the first one is an educational program called Abjad. It gives the kids all what they need in school. So as you know, kids with their immunity, they cannot go to school, they cannot attend as a normal kid to the school, to the classes. So what we do to provide special teachers for each subject to follow with them with the subjects for school, to teach them what they're missing, to just give them what they need.
Okay.
Also, we have our second project is called Omnia. Omnia means we try our best just to give the kids what they wish for. So, for example, we had, like last year, we had a wish from a child 5 years old. He said, I really wish to have an electronic car, the one that works with the electricity, you know, the battery. And so
the one with the remote control.
Yes, and also the one he can drive also by himself. So it's easy. His wish is to have a car. So why not? Why not to do that? So this is one of the many things we are trying to do just to cover whatever they need. Also, we have the third program. It's called Improving Home Environment. It means whatever they need inside their house, we try as much as we can to provide it for them. Some of the families, as you know, they have a really low financially support. They cannot do anything. For the kids with the low immunity, they need separate rooms. They need a lot of things separate. Even the fridge for the medicine to put, they need it separate than the family.
Okay.
So most of the families, they cannot provide this kind of things because of financially. So we try our best to improve the environment for the kid. We go, we see the place, we provide even a full set room. So we will set them up in a few days after we finish the celebration in Eid. By the way, Eid Mubarak, and I wish you the best.
Same to you, thank you.
Okay, so this is our third project. Our fourth project is about to support them emotionally, to be there for them as much as we can by
So emotionally more than
emotionally
yes.
more than financially. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. It's, as you know, most of the families, they find out about their children with the cancer, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Kids need to feel love,
Yes.
even their parents, because the parents the most affected persons,
Yes.
more than the kid itself. So we try as much as we can to be in contact, to call them, to visit them in Salmania and in the Ward 202. We try to provide anything they need as much as we can. So this is our fourth project, the main project we has been working on since the beginning, and we are trying to develop every year with the new ideas, with the new things to do. And also we have the fifth thing. It's not a main project, but it's the month of cancer. So it's September.
Okay.
We have a campaign. It's to spread out the awareness among people about childhood cancer.
Yes.
So yearly we are working, and now actually we are working on it to set a plan for September, the coming September, to make something good and more effective.
That's really great. I think
Yes.
we really need that. Ms. Fatma, of course, this initiative is organized by a group of volunteers from the
Yes.
Kingdom of Bahrain, of
Yes.
course. Can you tell us more about those members?
Of course, our members, actually we have
And they're all volunteers, of course.
Of course, yes. We have many sectors of volunteers. We have different ages. We have, we also, you know, we start from like 15 years old. They comes for us and wants to volunteer and to participate in our work, to volunteer, to do
and the
to
programs
do things with
and all
us.
the initiatives
Yes,
you have.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, we have, you know, kind of a lot of kind of sectors, as I told you, like teachers, doctors, lawyers, in many fields.
Yes.
They come and they join us and they try to be effective in our events, and they help us in organizing the events also. They will be there with the whole day. If we have a full day event, they will be from the zero to from A to Z, let's say. Also, we are welcoming the young volunteers, of course, because young volunteers has bright ideas, creative ideas. So it's most, we welcome everyone, and we are really proud of our volunteers, and we have like about more than 100 volunteers. So we cannot cover, we cannot have them all in one event.
Well,
so
I was just going to ask you if people if we want to invite more volunteers.
No, we can, but you know, we have to divide them for like, for example, teachers. I will put them in the project of Abjad, the educational.
Yes.
So we can have them in each. About your sector, what's your interest?
What's your field, and
yes,
you can go in that
we
program.
can go to the program, exactly.
Okay, Ms. Fatma, how does the initiative and the Future Society of Youth contribute to social activities, and especially during Ramadan, the Girgaon? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, of course. Actually, yearly we will make a big event with you know, to invite all the kids in one place and have a big party with a lot of characters like they like, and we will do a big event. But actually, because of
the current circumstances,
circumstances and COVID-19, we cannot do that because their immunity is low, as I told you before. So we try our best to be with them, but not to be with them also at the same time. So what we did this year for Girgaon, we got the support from the capital governor. And we really appreciate what they did for us, and they helped us just to make like about more than 60 kids happy with their sisters and brothers.
Inshallah.
So what we did is to have a traditional bus. And we got the Girgaon, you know, and we had like 5 volunteers with us, And we went to the areas nearby to their houses and invited them to come for us nearby.
Yes.
So we had maybe 5 to 6 areas covered in 2 days.
Wow.
So we tried to cover as much as we can numbers of kids, just to make them feel this atmosphere and feel the Gurgaan in Ramadan.
So you went right there at their doorsteps to spread the joy.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Well, that's really nice.
Yes.
And how do you value the importance and benefits of charity and voluntary work, of course, in the Kingdom of Bahrain?
Actually, here in the Kingdom of Bahrain, the voluntary work is very active. And we really appreciate what the Ministry of Labor and Development do, and they are really supportive in this. So actually, the voluntary work increases the self-confidence in the volunteers. So after that, when you got the self-confidence, confidence give you communication skills. So it helps you in your own life.
So it's beneficial for the individual itself.
Exactly, exactly. So we really appreciate it, and here in Bahrain, it's really what they are doing. It's really helpful for everyone.
And what do you think is the importance, back to the cancer topic, what's the importance of spreading that awareness of cancer in kids in Bahrain?
Actually, it's really, really important. It's the main goal for Smile to spread that.
Okay.
And actually, that's the concept of our annual campaign in September, just to spread out the awareness among people about childhood cancer.
And how to deal with it,
How to
right?
deal with
Because I think
it, how to know it.
Okay.
Actually, it's start from the beginning, how to notice that your child might have this.
Yes.
So you can go and find out and get the right treatment in the right time.
In the right time, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. And then I think people are just overwhelmed with sadness, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with it.
Exactly.
Do they act happy or sympathize, or what to do exactly?
Yes.
Okay. And what are the future plans and initiatives of Smile?
Actually, we just moved to our new headquarters in Al Hassam in 2020. So we didn't get the chance just to welcome our kids inside the headquarters yet, to get all the services, all the things we have for them in the new headquarters. Because of COVID-19, so we stopped all the events. But hopefully soon we can continue what we've been doing before, to welcome them again in the headquarters. Also, it's our goal to enhance our annual campaign, to make it more effective and to reach to the maximum people about the awareness of childhood cancer. Also, to increase the number of children that we can give them our service and benefits.
Yes.
This is our goal. It's not about we want more kids to be sick. No, that's really sad. But we have things we can give them. So we would like more people to know about our initiatives, so we can serve them well as much as we can and give them what they deserve.
I want to include all kids out there also.
Yes.
Yes. Ms. Fatma, any last words on this joyous occasion?
Actually, just to say again, Eid Mubarak, and have a nice days, and we wish everything comes back to normal and everyone gets their life back, and we wish for everyone to be healthy and happy all the time.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much for your time, and I really appreciate being here with you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fatma. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Of course, we would like to thank the Executive Secretary at Bahrain Future Society for Youth and the Coordinator of Smile Initiative, Ms. Fatma Shahab, for being with us, and we wish you happy and blessed Eid.